Okay, I think we're good to go, folks. Shall we launch this sucker? Let's do it. Let's launch the pre-show. Hey everybody. Hello, how's it going? My name is Rob. This is the Woozle Effect. And today is Monday night, November 9th. And we're going to do our best here to try to show some love and support to all the fine community of veterans that are out there and wherever you happen to be. I'm here in Russell, Manitoba, Canada, and I definitely want to show my support to the veterans of the Canadian Armed Forces and its predecessors throughout history. We've got a big holiday and Remembrance Day coming up on the 11th, and it's an important time for us. So we've shifted some things around. One of the things we've added, you know what, I keep forgetting to add this to the overlay every year. My bad. But we're going to grab this Poppy logo. We've updated some of the emotes here on well, it'll be on Twitch that you'll see those emotes updated. But we're going to be making sure that any subs on Twitch this evening, any subs actually throughout the whole month of November, so any that have come in already so far in November, and any right up until the end of November, we're going to be donating my share of those proceeds to the local Legion in Russell, which is the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 159 here in Russell. There's a number of World War II veterans and veterans from conflicts following that are still alive and well here in Russell and in the surrounding area. And they need care, they need support, especially through all this times of COVID and the struggles that are happening at some of these care homes. I know they're used to having a Remembrance Day ceremony on the 11th at some of the care homes in town, and we're used to having a large ceremony in town, and that unfortunately can't happen this year. I understand the Legion organized an event that was pre-recorded at the memorial here in town, and that's, I think, available on YouTube already, but I'll make sure I share some links for that in the Discord. But that's sort of what's on the go right now. So yeah, if you're watching now, feel free to tune into the Twitch stream later on. And like I said, any subs that come in over the course of November on Twitch, all of my portion of those proceeds, so whatever Twitch gives me as a result of that, through like for subs that come in the month of November, and I'm going to include all of them. I'm including resubs and gifted subs, all of it, the whole deal. So anything that comes in that form. I might as well do bits too. Let's do all the bits. Let's give all the bits too. I don't see why not. It's going to be really hard on the veterans organizations. Let me find the Poppy Fun logo. It's going to be really hard on a lot of these veterans organizations to raise the money like they're used to. A lot of the Poppy Week kind of ramp up for these organizations involved being in the shopping malls and the grocery stores, handing out poppies and taking donations, and that was hugely curtailed this year. I know I work with the Cadet organization, and they are routinely helping the veterans out with those activities, and we're devastated that we can't help this year. Unfortunately, we can't be in the shopping malls, and we can't be out there canvassing outside our local grocery store in Russell, which is and the grocery store in Russell has always been hugely supportive of the veterans in that way, and allowing us to canvass their store for support for the Poppy Fund for the Royal Canadian Legion. So I encourage you, if you better than subscribing. Like I said, I'm going to give you all this, anything that comes in from subs or bits over the month of November, we're going to give to the Royal Canadian Legion, Branch 159 here in Russell. But if If anyone wants to make a donation right now, if you're in Canada, a donation to the Royal Canadian Legion would mean a lot. And while I'm at it, because we're going to put together some links here that I'm going to put into my chat in just a little moment. But we're going to create a we're going to create a couple options. And I'm just hoping that if you're able to make a donation, that would mean a lot to help out an organization that does a lot for veterans in Canada. There are others as well, so take a look around. If you're looking for suggestions of other ways to support our veterans, shoot me a message in Discord or elsewhere, and I'll be sure to point you in the direction of some excellent organizations that help veterans. Wounded Warriors is one that immediately comes to mind. There are numbers, great numbers of them, and some people that are doing fantastic work. So that would be a wonderful thing if you were able to help out in some fashion. Let me see here. I'm just going to share some links. So for the Canadians in the crowd, this is one of those options. The Legion Remembrance, the Poppy campaign. So if you take a look at that, this sort of explains how they're handling the online options. You can find Poppy boxes near you, which will be available for the next little while in some of those places where you can still make donations in person, but there won't be the usual, Legionnaire standing there handing out poppies. It's a weird year. So if there's a way that we can support them, please find it in your hearts, I suppose, to do that. I think it's a worthy cause in remembrance and advocacy for our veterans. And the Legions do what they can every year. In small towns, it's hard, which is why I want to make sure that the Russell Legion gets anything that I'm able to give them from the month of November here. Let me see here. I just wanted to grab I want to use a logo here, but I obviously don't want to infringe on any copyright or imply that I'm directly affiliated. I have served, and I've served with the cadet administration and training section. Give me 1 second here. There we go. There we go. We're just going to get that. I'm going to add this to the overlay in studio mode here. So hopefully you're all doing well if you're hanging out. We're going to be getting started with the actual the mainstream over on Twitch at about 9 o'clock. So we'll start about a 10-minute, 15-minute countdown when we get closer. Probably only about 10 minutes. We won't leave you hanging too long. And then what we'll do is we'll end the stream here on the other platforms. Give everyone a chance to migrate over if that's what they wish to do, and we'll be going from there. So if anyone's interested, that's how that is going to work. And then once we're over on Twitch, we'll get on with the work. So once I get these logos done for tonight, we're going to pick some of the projects, and I would love it if you gave me some input on some of the projects that we could be working on this evening. There's definitely some various ones that we could be really digging into. So let me add this image. I'm hoping I can find one that's already transparent, but if it's not, that's all right. Yeah, this one's not transparent. That's all right. We'll just key it. Let's put a filter on that. And we'll color key it. There we go. And we will select white. There we go. Increase the smoothness a bit there. There we go. All right, there we go. Just wanted to make sure that there was something in the overlay. There we go. Excellent. It's going to be a weird year for veterans, for organizations that work with veterans. It's going to be a challenge to find the funds to support them in the way they always have been, which is a real shame. And I really hope that we're able to find more and more ways to support veterans organizations in general. Like I say, the branch in Russell is a small branch, but of some very community-minded individuals who want to do a good thing and help out the veterans in the area. So that's a big part of why I want to make sure that that happens today and over the rest of the month here on the channel. All right, let's get the desk ready to go. We're going to tackle a few projects. I've been doing a bit of spring cleaning here, fall cleaning. We'll call it fall cleaning here in the jam space, in the studio space. And I've got a fun table over there of projects that probably won't be for tonight's open harp surgery, but maybe a future one. I've got some harmonica-specific pedals and another wide variety of guitar pedals that are just out there and aren't being used for anything in particular at the moment. And we're going to start digging through that to determine, is there anything that we want to sell? Is there anything that we want to do? I know there's some pedals that are on my list. I'm going to be trying to assemble a modular harmonica board that is going to be in addition. So it'll essentially sit in the upper left corner of my loop station pedal board, so that I can plop that down and add it. That's the harmonica rig, and the harmonica rig is going to be the same no matter where I take it, right? There's a lot of yellow in that other webcam. My goodness. Let me see if I can clear that up. There we go. Yeah, why is the coloration so funny there? Every now and again, you just get weird effects. Is it white balance just that? That's a little better. Well, it's better than it was anyway. It's still not perfect. Nah, it doesn't look very good. Turn this gain way down. There we go. Try to find a nice balance there to make that work. Okay. Good enough. That's the joy of this setup, is there's like 1,000,000,001 skin tones that you have to live with. Because it's never quite the same. It's still pretty yellow, eh? Oh well, that's all right. Maybe we got a filter on it. I'm not sure. All right. So that's not the main camera. We shouldn't have to worry too much about that. So yeah. That's the plan for today, is to sort of dig into some of what we got on here. So maybe we'll just switch to the overhead and dig into a little bit more of what we're doing. Let me rearrange some of these camera views here. So the plan today is to pull apart, well, I'm not sure. I have a C harmonica that I use for lessons just because it's in Richter tuning. It's the standard sort of normal C harmonica. It could use a little bit of tidying, so I might do some work there, and we'll go from there. Okay. All right. Got a lot of a mess over here. Clean up some of the stuff. So yeah, the plan will be to, I think to pull apart the C harmonica, but I'd love your input if you got some other ideas. I'm just going to start my my countdown timer again from scratch there. We're going to get it going. And there we go. So that way it's ready to go when we go to the other countdown. So we've got a few things that we could look at. I'm tempted to pull apart the chromatic a little bit. This is something I'm just experimenting with. And I want to see if there's some more that I can do, or if there's any materials that I have in the space that will function to stiffen the valves that I've added. I don't have proper valves, and I plan to order some, but I'm using some other makeshift materials to accomplish that. So I may take a look at that. Otherwise, we have the B flat harmonica, which currently has the new reed plates on it that are not valved, but it's set up and it's functioning. So we may do a final tune and then set those backup plates aside, and then do a bit of a touch up to the other reed plate. Actually, we might do the touch up on the other reed plate first on the over on the tuning table, and then once we've got that exactly the way we want it, flip them around and do the master sort of shift, tuning one to the other. I think that might be the way we go. That said, I really like these were used reed plates, but they were already embossed and in pretty solid shape. But there's I've done some work on holes 1 to 6. Maybe there's an opportunity for me to do some more. But it played pretty well in tune, with a few odd exceptions. Yeah, definitely some beating in there. But it's cold right now, so we'll have to warm it up and then sort of see where it sits. Okay, so that's kind of the plan. We got some B flat harmonica, we got a C harmonica, we got a chromatic. So between those projects, I think we're going to have more or less everything that we can get on the go. So if you're watching wherever you happen to be watching, and you have some inputs, you'd like to say, if you'd like to see the B flat, if you'd like to see us dive into the C harmonica, or maybe into the chromatic, those are definitely the options that are on the table at the moment. Those are kind of the key ones that we're looking at. So a B flat, ZL session steel, a C East top, sort of basic C harmonica and Richter tuning. These are both now in power draw tuning. This one's valved, this one's not. We may add valves. And the chromatic is a C chromatic, a 10-hole in sort of the standard, I think it's called soloist tuning, but it's the standard chromatic tuning, but for a 10-hole. So that's the plan. That's what we're going to get working on. So like I said, if you've got any feedback, if you're watching on Facebook, whether that be on my personal page, on the Woozle Effect, if you're watching on DLive or on YouTube, wherever you happen to be, welcome to the pre-show. I'm glad that you're here. We got another 5 minutes or so, and then we're going to be switching over to Twitch. So I should just quickly remind everyone where that is and how that works. So if you haven't already jumped into Twitch, this would be potentially a good time to do that. If you haven't already set yourself up. There we go. I'm just making sure my other screens are good. There we go. I got my Mac running all of my all the background stuff essentially that's happening for the stream. So occasionally it gets a little dodgy, and I need to give it a quick refresh there, but it seems like it's functioning at the moment. There we go. Cool. Yeah, good. I don't think I need anything else there. Good. All right. Yeah, so if you get a chance, pop on over to twitch.tv/Woozle Effect. If you haven't followed me there, that's what we'll be going for the main show in just a little while. Yeah, so that's the big three, though. B flat, C, and the chromatic. And like I say, if you've got any feedback, let me know. I'm going to double check over here, too, because I realize that sometimes the streams aren't readily available, or the chat sometimes doesn't come through on the private Facebook, although it looks like it is. So I feel like that's going to work. Let me just take a look here. Oh yeah, there we go. The comments functioning. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. Well, let's we'll add that over here. Oops. Jeez. Just gonna put that comment down there on my personal page. There we go. So yeah, if anyone did want to have any feedback, now's the time. And very shortly, we're going to head over to the countdown screen and head over. I will keep an eye on the chat here while the countdown goes. And so if you do have any feedback, let me know. Otherwise, yeah, no, all good. We'll make things work. So let us just make sure that everything is set up properly. It looks like it is. We'll just need to update the titles for YouTube in just a moment once we're done. And that will be fairly easy. So like I say, this is the pre-show. We're going to be moving over to Open Heart Surgery proper, if you will. And that's the title of the show, as you can probably tell. November Twitch subs are going to be donated to the Royal Canadian Legion, specifically Branch 159 here in Russell, Manitoba. So anything that comes in November. So any subs that have come in up to this point, including resubs, including gift subs, I'm going to be donating my portion of that over there because I know they're a small branch that could use the support and haven't been able to do the kinds of poppy efforts that they do every year with the kind of visibility that we've kind of come to expect from our legions in Canada. It's just a given. Around this time of year, you're going to see Legionnaires and other organizations like cadets supporting Legionnaires out in and Cubs and Scouts and that kind of thing out in shopping malls and outside of grocery stores and other places, asking for small donations in exchange for a poppy. We wear the poppy on our lapel, and I've got mine cleverly on the screen there, and it's an important thing here. So if you have that opportunity to help out, please do. And like I say, if you'd like to weigh in on which of these three projects we do, so the B flat, harmonica top up upgrade, if you will, and switch, the C harmonica in standard Richter for lessons, that work there, just some tidying up, cleaning up some of the overblows and some of the other aspects of the harp, or maybe the chromatic. Maybe that's something you want to see. We'll tackle them in one order or another. So we'll go from there. Hopefully we get some feedback. All right, thanks very much. I'm going to start up the timer, and from there we're going to go back to the starting soon screen. Thank you very much for watching the pre-show. I really do appreciate it, and we'll head right on. So I'm going to go from there. Thanks very much. Let's do it. Cheers. I've pushed the button. Nothing's happened. There it is. Okay. All right, so I'm still watching the chat during the countdown. Feel free to weigh in if you'd like to weigh in as to how this goes, and we'll just make some adjustments from here. So if you're watching on YouTube, I'll be ending the stream now. The other three, so Facebook, both Facebook sections, be live. Will stay live for just a couple minutes until we get the Twitch thing ready to go. So let me know, and if you haven't already, jump on over to Twitch. Throw a follow so you don't miss any of the show. See you in a bit.